Hello everyone. I am Myra Shadab and I am from Amity International School, Vasundhara Sector 6 Class 6B. Today I attain the golden opportunity to share my views for the motion and context of the topic Satellites Improvise Our Life. What are satellites? Objects that explore mighty heights, or do they soar high in the sky as kites? Are they the objects that alert us for blizzards or tides, or do they help us watch TV serials till night? 4th October 1957, the date from where the world changed, as Soviet Union launched world's first satellite Sputnik 1 into the space. Till now, satellite remains to be one of the most integral sources of our day-to-day activities, be it weather forecasting or broadcasting live TV channels. Satellites have marked a new way of living since the day they were firstly launched into the space. As satellites continue to advance technologically, the data they gather and the information they spread is beneficial in instant decision making, new business opportunities, and an improvised version of life on Earth. Satellites, in their own way, are versatile, helping humans in their every sphere of life. Now, the traits through which satellites seem to improvise human life. Satellite information is very essential in determining calamity alerts and for the evacuation of victims. This year, Cyclone Nisarg had resulted into a massive destruction of property and kacha houses in India. Before the cyclone had struck the shores of the Arabian Sea, the weather forecasting satellites of India had already alerted IMD, which is the Indian Meteorological Department, about the cyclone's trajectory from Maharashtra to Gujarat, which was beneficial in the evacuation of many hopeless victims from red zone danger areas. So you see how satellites are closely linked to our lives and the relationship between the activities they facilitate. You can't explore a new world with an old map. And in this new technological world, Google Map will guide you all the way. It is a very commonly used application that gives you live and detailed images provided by satellites. It is beneficial in guidance to different complex routes. A part of the above mentioned aspects, satellites being multi-facilitating also provide an entertainment package by broadcasting live TV channels. For all the cricket fans worldwide, satellite arrived as a boon by broadcasting live TV matches across the globe and updating match scores. From weather forecasting to finding new distinct locations across the globe, satellites are and will continue to be the controller of human life. I can't even imagine of a life without satellites. Thank you. Now I would like to invite my teammate Advitya Gaur to speak against the motion.
Good morning. I am Advitya Gaur, a student of Class 6B, Amity International School, Vasundhara Sector 6, Ghaziabad. My team member's name is Myra Shadab. I shall speak against the motion Satellites Improve Life. 63 years ago, the first man-made satellite, Sputnik 1, shot into space. A new era began that day, and it has progressed so fast that we are already planning to colonize Mars and establish other footholds for the human race beyond Earth. I do not deny that advancements in satellite technologies have greatly improved our daily lives. I am able to participate in a virtual debate thanks to them. But let's not overlook the ways in which they have heightened inequality across the world. 600 years ago, The Europeans set out to conquer the world armed with not only better weapons but also a better understanding of geography and shipping. With the benefit of hindsight, we know that superior shipping know-how allowed them to dominate trade and then colonize the world. Knowledge is power, and it often injures those who do not possess it. Something similar is happening with satellite technology today. Perhaps you find my argue alarmist. Let me illustrate with an example. When the world entered the satellite TV age 30 years ago, most of the TV content came from the West, and American shows like Friends became cult classics. Satellites opened a tap of Western culture in our sitting rooms. It was a one-way flow of culture that affected the thinking and aspirations of younger generations everywhere. It increased America's soft power. Without firing a shot, America ruled the minds of youth everywhere from Madagascar to Mongolia. GPS or the Global Positioning System is another gift of the satellite age. But do you know the GPS runs from the US military? Yes, there are alternatives, including India's own Navy. But GPS is the most preferred navigation system in the world. What would happen if, in a conflict, America denies to access it? We are in an age where whoever controls the satellites commands the world. The US, China, and Russia have weaponized satellites. They can shoot down important enemy satellites to inflict harm. Teams of hackers are always trying to infiltrate other countries' satellite systems to hit their banking, communications, power grids, and logistics. We are so dependent on satellite technologies now that it has become our Achilles heel. You don't need a hydrogen bomb to take out a country. A line of coal to cripple its satellites is enough. But satellites divide people in peacetime too. The gulf between the heels who have access to the internet and computers and the have-nots who still live like their ancestors is growing by the day. This difference becomes even more stark at the international level, where there is a little common between the inhabitants of a developed country like the United States and a poor nation like Mozambique in Africa. The poor billions who are left behind will never be able to catch up with the people whose lives have been enriched by satellites. I am not against satellites, but I oppose the way they have increased disparity among the world's people. We need a new international charter to ensure that the gifts of satellite technology reach every person anywhere in the world. Thank you.